The Secure Act 2.0 was signed into law in December. Some big changes are part of it, and these changes will impact everyone, whether you're already retired, close to retirement, or have years before you retire, so you can plan accordingly. Most of the law is concentrated around retirement, but also has repercussions for people saving for college or those with student debt. In this video, I'm going to discuss 8 big changes that Secure 2.0 brings. I have divided the video into 2 parts. The first part is for people who have already retired or are close to retirement. The second part is for people who still have many years to retire. So feel free to skip to that part if you are part of that demographic. Good news, you still have the option of backdoor Roth IRA conversion, which some of us thought was going to go away. If you don't know what that is, go watch this video where I discuss how to do it. Hi there, I'm Avanti. I'm a mom, an investment analyst, and a CFA charter holder. Subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow my Facebook page to learn how to build wealth through investing. For those who are unfamiliar with Secure Act 2.0, it is short for Setting Every Community Up for Retirement Enhancement, Act 2.0. And before we begin, I must tell you that I'm not an accountant or a tax expert. I'm presenting this information for informational and entertainment purposes only. If you need help understanding how this applies to your personal finances, please consult with a professional. The first major change that Secure 2.0 brings is the age at which individuals must begin taking RMDs, or required minimum distributions, from their retirement accounts. This age was increased from 72 to 73 years starting 2023 and will go up to 75 starting 2033. If you have any kind of retirement account, such as an employer-sponsored account, a 401k, a Roth 401k, 403b, 457b, or a traditional IRA, SEP IRA, Simple IRA, etc., you are required by the IRS to take a required minimum distribution starting a certain age, whether you need those distributions or not. And because your contributions were tax deferred, when you are taking distributions, they will be taxed. And these distributions are treated as ordinary income for tax purposes. The age that you were required to take RMDs used to be 72 years. Beginning in 2023, you will have an additional year. If you turned 72 in 2022 or earlier, this new law does not help you. You will need to continue taking your RMDs as scheduled, and latest by April of 2023 if you haven't started already. But if you turn 72 this year, you will have another year. In 2033, Secure 2.0 will push the RMD start age to 75 years. So here's a quick recap of what I just said. If you were born in 1950 or earlier, you have to start taking RMDs at or before age 72, depending on your age. If you were born between 1951 and 1959, you will start taking RMDs at age 73. And if you were born in 1960 or later, you will start taking RMDs at age 75. The second welcome change in this act is that an employer-sponsored Roth account like a Roth 401k will no longer require you to take any RMDs starting in 2024. Previously, you had to take RMDs from an employer Roth plan. The next big change is in the penalty for not taking an RMD. The penalty will decrease from 50% to 25% of the RMD. Sometimes people fail to take an RMD from the retirement account as required by the IRS. Either they forget or they don't realize that they need to take an RMD, or they think that their investment manager will do it for them. The penalty for failure to take an RMD used to be very steep at 50% of the RMD not taken. For example, if you forgot to take an RMD of $10,000, you would pay a penalty of $5,000 to the government. That percentage is down to 25% for failure to take an RMD. And if you correct it in a timely manner, this penalty goes further down to 10%. I don't know how they define timely manner, so check with your accountant or tax attorney if you have this situation. The next big change is in catch-up contributions. If you are 50 or older, you are able to make catch-up contributions to your employer-sponsored plan. The amount for those catch-up contributions went up from $6,500 to $7,500. These are extra contributions on top of the maximum IRS limit to employer-sponsored retirement plans. And starting in 2025, if you are between the ages of 60 and 63, you can make catch-up contributions up to the greater of $10,000 or 150% of the standard catch-up amount to your employer-sponsored plan. And the amount will be indexed to inflation. One big caveat though, if you make more than $145,000, your catch-up contributions will need to be made in an employer-sponsored Roth account and not a pre-tax account like a 401k. If your income is below $145,000, you can make catch-up contributions on a pre-tax basis. In a non-employer sponsored IRA, currently if you are 50 or older, you can make catch-up contributions up to $1,000. Starting in 2024, this amount will be indexed for inflation, which means it can be higher than $1,000 and may increase year over year, which is great in this high inflation environment. There are additional provisions regarding QCDs and annuities. If you are interested in learning what they are, let me know in the comments and I'm happy to clarify as much as I can. Before I move on to the next part of the video, please show me some love by hitting that like button and share this video with one person who may get some value out of it. And if you're new here, please consider subscribing and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of my new videos. If you're watching me on Facebook, don't forget to follow my page and comment below what you like and what you want to hear more about in my future videos. If you're new to the stock market, don't forget to watch this free course on the basics of stock market investing for beginners. It will take the overwhelm out of investing. Now, if you're in the second category, where you have several years to retirement, this portion of the video is for you. A big welcome change for you is auto-enrollment in employer plans. Starting 2025, the law requires companies with employer-sponsored retirement plans to auto-enroll eligible employees in retirement plans, starting at a contribution rate of at least 3%. What this means is that if your employer offers a retirement plan and you are eligible to invest in it, at least 3% of your pre-tax salary will be transferred into your retirement plan. This one is very personal for me. When I started my first job, I was clueless about investing and didn't make the right choices in my 401k. That mistake cost me $240,000. And that cost is growing only exponentially. I'm very happy that the law is going to help people who are early in their careers. You're going to save for retirement and you're also going to save on taxes. Just make sure to direct your contributions to the correct investments in your retirement plan. You don't want your contributions sitting in cash or worse, going to the wrong investments. Watch this video where I discuss my favorite indexed funds. There is so much power to compounding. Please use it to build wealth. The next big change is in emergency savings. I lost a job in 2022. It made no difference to my lifestyle because of my solid emergency fund. I cannot emphasize enough the importance of having an emergency fund. With the current market environment and fears of a recession, it's imperative that you build a solid emergency fund. The Secure Act 2.0 is going to help in this regard. Starting in 2024, you may be able to contribute up to $2,500 each year in an employer-sponsored Roth plan, and you are able to make up to 4 withdrawals free from taxes or penalties. This will encourage saving for a rainy day. The next change is for those who have student loans. Some employers who offer retirement plans also offer matching contributions as long as eligible employees make a contribution to the plan. Some of you who are burdened with student loans have not been able to take advantage of these matching contributions. With the new law starting in 2024, if you have student loans and are making student loan payments, your employer will be able to match those loan payments up to a certain limit to your retirement plan. Isn't that great news? The next big change is for 529 plans. This one is particularly exciting for people with kids like me. Some people worry about overfunding 529 plans, in that their kids may either not go to college or may get a scholarship and not need as much of savings from the 529 plan. Good news for you if you fall in that category. After 15 years, 529 assets up to a lifetime limit of $35,000 can be rolled over to a Roth IRA for the beneficiary. The rollover is considered as a contribution to the annual Roth IRA limit. For example, let's say you start a 529 plan for your daughter and it grows to $50,000 at the end of 15 years. You figure that your daughter is not going to use those funds. Let's also say that the Roth IRA contribution limit is $6,500 per year. It will be higher because they adjust these limits every few years and they keep increasing. You can then roll over $6,500 from the 529 plan to a Roth IRA for her in that year. The following year, you would do the same until you reach the lifetime maximum of $35,000. That way, you will set your child up for financial success. I believe the child needs to have earned income for the years you roll the money over. You cannot have a Roth contribution without earned income. As I read more about the Secure Act 2.0 and any updates from the IRS, I will update you. But I'm really excited about all these changes. There is a lot more, but I wanted to give you the 8 most important changes, and I hope this helps. Go watch this video next, and if you found any of this information to be of any value, please like this video and share it. I want more and more people to start investing for their family's future. As always, don't forget to be happy, to be kind, and to be your best self. Bye.